Hello and welcome to the gate of the sacral. As Venus crosses the moon on July 26th, 2022, we enter into the gate of the sacral. Here we are at the sacral gate and we're descending into hell here. So we lost our orange power. Now all we have left is red. As you can see, red is all that's left. Oh, so while all that we have left is our survival, this is hell. We have no more pleasure, no more desire. We lost our desire and our pleasure at this gate. And no more will, no more heart, no more compassion. We have no voice. We have no vision. We have no connection to God and divinity. This is hell. And this is not even the lowest level of hell yet. So here we go. But here we are at the gate of the sacral when Venus crosses the moon as her morning star self, following the story of Inanna. We go through the gate of the sacral, releasing our pleasure, our joy, our lowest divine feminine. Well, with the maiden and the mother and the crone, this is the maiden. The maiden is the sacral gate. The sacral is a very watery, flowing energy. Very go with the flow. Water is very an ocean. This is our inner ocean. We all have an inner ocean. And this is our inner ocean. This is the beginning of our divine feminine energy, the sacral. Our sacral energy is our pleasure energy. This is where we get our sexual energy from. But this is also our playful energy, our go with the flow energy. This is the energy that enlivens us, that brings us pleasure. This is energy of laughing and having fun and enjoying your life for the sake of just enjoying it because you're here. Enjoying the here and now. This is our playful, childlike energy. It should be embraced in each of us. But it hasn't, and it's not easy. And I'm right there with you guys. It's not easy for me. Yeah, I have a lot of signs of a weak sacral. I do believe that all female vessels, female bodies, have a broken sacral, and your sacral energy needs to be healed. Okay, so we start with awareness, right? So, signs that you have a weak sacral. And the first sign of a weak sacral is that you are a control freak. You're the type of person that has to control everything, and everything needs to go according to plan. It's very important. Everything goes according to plan. You even plan out your vacations. Vacation should be sacral, enjoying pleasure activities. If you can't let go and let flow, then you have a broken sacral. And that's a very good sign of a weak sacral. And I relate. I plan out all my vacations. All of our vacations are planned out, and nothing ever goes according to plan, which drives me crazy. But yeah, we're not meant to control everything. We're meant to flow at times too. Yeah, if you find yourself saying, I don't like to be spontaneous, I don't like spontaneity, that's a sign of a weak sacral. Another sign of a weak sacral is your inability to play. Your inability to have fun, just have a good time. Enjoy yourself. You know, that's a sign of a weak sacral. Another sign is being in a habitual routine and refusing to get out of that habitual routine. Yeah, or if you are the type of person to always order the same thing at every restaurant, you have your order at every restaurant and you won't deviate from that order. That's a sign. Another sign would be if you find yourself saying, I'm not creative, I'm not creative. I can't come up with things. We are all creative. We're all creators. So if you feel like you are not creative at all and you cannot get in touch with your creative self, well, that's a sign that you have a broken sacral chakra. And a very deep sign of a broken sacral chakra is guilt, shame, or blame around sex and your sexuality. It's a sign that your sacral chakra is broken and it needs to heal. And I think, this really runs deep in the females that are alive today on Earth. A lot of us have a lot of deep shame, blame, and guilt. There's a lot of religions that teach us to be shamed and guilty for our sexuality, our sensuality. We shouldn't be shamed and guilty for that. It's something that we should embrace and be honored for. So yeah, a sign of a broken sacral chakra is shame, guilt, or inability to get in touch with your sexual self. And of course, some physical signs for a broken sacral chakra would be anything to do with your sexuality. Sexual diseases are signs that your sacral chakra is broken and it's falling offline. Anything to do with your pelvic or your reproductive system, that's showing that your sacral is really needs to be healed. You're now showing physical symptoms and you're going to need physical healing too. So we talk about things that mean that you have a weak chakra. So I do want to throw in some things that'll help us heal our sacral chakra. And foods and animals, I feel, are so healing for us. If we understand why we're eating the food and we eat the food with reverence, and especially with trying to use foods for healing our sacral chakra, then it really does, any food can be medicine for us. And animals, they embody the spirit of these energies. We have all the animal spirits and energies within us as human beings, but we can look to the animal kingdom to get in touch with the parts of us that is broken and missing, and getting more in touch with those animals that embody that particular part of us so that we can heal. So animals heal us too. But first, let me start with the foods that will help us heal our sacral chakra. And like I said, our sacral chakra is our inner ocean. It's water. It's wild. It can't be tamed. But yeah, so let's think about that while we're going over our foods. Let's also think about it's our pleasure center. It's our place of sensuality and pleasure. So as we eat foods to heal our sacral chakra, let us remember that these foods should bring us pleasure, and they should be pleasurable and even sensual at times. So yeah, if you don't enjoy eating the foods that I mentioned, then it's not going to help heal the sacral to eat these foods. Make sure that you enjoy it and you really take your time with eating these foods. So the first food that I will talk about, the first thing I'll talk about is juice, because juice is the best for our sacral chakra. It's our ocean, so water, juicy stuff, and especially orange juice, because orange is the color of the sacral. So orange juice is wonderful for the sacral, and so is eating oranges, and you can peel it, really get into the experience of the orange, and really, take it in, take your time with the orange. And the mango juice is so wonderful. Mango and orange juice mixed together, wonderful for the sacral. And then as we eat the mango too, and taking your time with cutting it into pieces and, really getting sensual with the mango, and it'll help heal your sacral. Okay, also the pumpkin is very healing for the sacral chakra, and I love pumpkin soup in the fall. Oh my gosh, going over this stuff is making me crave the fall. Right now I'm in the summer, but it's okay. Yeah, pumpkin is so good, and especially if you could eat pumpkin soup, very good for the sacral chakra. Chocolate is actually really good and healthy for the sacral chakra. I mean, not overdoing it, and not necessarily dark chocolate, milk chocolate. If you find eating it enjoyable, I mean, give yourself that pleasure occasionally. You deserve it. Chocolate is wonderful and it can be really healing for our sacral chakra. And just enjoying it. Again, take your time, enjoy the chocolate and let it heal you. Let it wash over you. The milk chocolate, oh, it feels so creamy, doesn't it, girls? So, yeah, chocolate can help us heal our sacral chakra. Some vegetables in the root family they're very good for our root chakra and also our sacral chakra. So the sweet potato and the carrot, they're very good for healing our root chakra along with our sacral chakra. So I do want to mention those. And sweet potato is really, really good for us girls. So if you like your sweet potatoes, girls, eat up. So, yeah, there you go. Those are the foods for the sacral chakra, for healing the sacral chakra. Some foods that'll help you. And now I will discuss the animals. And the animals, we're really looking for that playful spirit and also water, the flowing spirit with the sacral chakra. Because this is our sensuality, girls. Like, don't be ashamed of your sensual, sexual self, and we flow with it, right? It's got to be in the flow or it's not any fun. It's not any good. So yeah, animals that'll help us get in touch with our sacral chakra is number one, I would say the otter. The otter is a water animal and they love to play and they're also hang out in twos, so they're very cool. Otter is an animal that we can look to for how to heal and embrace our sacral energy. And the Hindu animal for the sacral chakra is the crocodile, which I find very interesting. The crocodile also, can be very sensual in the way that she waits and she lets her prey come to her. She's magnetic. And, she comes up out of the water. Monkeys. Monkeys are so playful, and just watching them and watching how they take care of each other, they nurture each other, and they still play. They flow. They flow through the trees, So monkeys can help us get in touch with our sacral energy. Of course, fish. Fish and dolphins. Dolphins especially. They're very playful in the water. So, yeah, very good for helping heal our sacral energy. And just watching a fish in a fish tank, I think, is very healthy. Very cathartic and can help a lot. Frogs. Frogs are the symbol of fertility in a lot of cultures around the world. So, yeah, I could not mention frogs because this is our fertility center. This is our fertile chakra. So, yeah, frogs are good for healing the sacral. And the last animal that I want to mention is the water snake, because I just can't not. The snake really is very sensual, and we're afraid of it in a lot of ways, and I think that we're afraid of our sacral energy in a lot of ways. And I feel like it really does show us the flexibility, the flow, and the fright that can actually bring. We say that women are weak, but really they can destroy in ways that men only wish that they could. And it's scary, and we're afraid of it. And so I think that the snake really does help embody that. So there you go, guys. Here we are at the Sacral Gate. Thank you guys so much for being here so far. I hope that you're enjoying it. And as always, be blessed with love.